Hello and welcome back to the Into the Mines podcast, Season 6, Episode 2 of the Into the Mines podcast here this week. Bit of a delayed start here at 7:45 p.m. due to Kaye not being able to make it. We tried pushing back the time. Unfortunately, the big men couldn't make it, but we've got a guest speaker on the show here. As always, I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by Riley Murray and Lee Simon. Welcome to the show, boys.
Hey, Eddie, how's it going, man? Glad to be here once again in your eyes.
It's very good to be back here on the Into the Mines podcast. And as always, we'll be starting off by talking about the 3 games that have just passed previously. And starting off on that Monday night at 5:30 p.m., it was the Melbourne Ravens against the Pacifica Stingrays at Amy Park. And the Ravens, it was a close contest, Riley, but they came away with the win in the end.
Yeah, they did. It was a very good game to watch. Both teams gave it their best, but obviously only one team can win, and it was a pretty good game, in my opinion. What do you think, Lee?
It was a great game.
Wait, sorry, who was playing again, Lee? No, alright, and Eddie, let's let's get on to the next game.
Yeah, no, the Ravens coming out with the win. Tries to Chapman and Nilsson, and then also the Sonny Sharp, the lonely try scorer for the Pacifica Stingrays. What a job he is doing there. And Cashel coming out to play of the match. Hookers as usual. Bonsakahu converting. He'll be playing for the Melbourne Storm later in the week for the Battle of Brookie. But moving on to the second game, it was that Thursday night again. That same time, it was the Western Gunslingers against the Bathurst Blue Tongues, I believe, from memory. And, well, what a game. The Blue Tongues coming away with it in the end. Had a bit of a slow start. The Gunslingers really actually took it to them here, Lee. Well, I should say, Lee, you and your team really took it to the Blue Tongues because you came away with the try.
I don't know if he actually came away or took it to them, but he got one try. I'll give it to him, Lee.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. I mean, we lost, but we played real well in the beginning, but then they had the best of us in the second half. I mean, unneeded errors and stuff, but it was great. I had my good game, so.
Yeah, I reckon it was a pretty fun game to watch as long as you could get through the mind-numbing commentating of Snicko Bro, but besides that, it was pretty good to watch.
Yeah, well, Snicko Bro and Yagor Makazi, they're surely the same person, aren't they, boys?
Oh yeah, he didn't even bother
Definitely,
putting on a
100%.
different voice changer.
Coming along with the try there for the Gunslingers as well with Lee Simon was Joseph Jackson. And then also Bathurst Blue Tongues, just some individual brilliance there with Jack Jimmy. Crossing over for 2, McDade 1, Callaghan 1, who has also moved to the Gunslingers. Will be playing for them on that Monday, 5:30 tomorrow. Keep an eye out for it on SRL TV. Conversions even, 50% time possession for both sides. Completions, more in favour of the Blue Tongues. They had more ball. They got more points, and they came away with it. And for the final game of the round, it was the Cairns Firehawks against the Hamilton Swarm over there. I believe it was in FMG Stadium, Waikato, if I'm not mistaken. And there were some outstanding players from both sides, but none than specifically Caleb J just putting on a masterclass for the Cairns Firehawks.
Well, yeah, he was actually very good. He's especially as a winger as well. You don't see them get that involved, and he just was on fire that night. And going back to the Blue Tongues for just a second, Mike Borson's leaving us. It's very sad. And you mentioned McDade, big old McDaddy might be trying to get a starting spot next week with that spot opening up. It's gonna be a lot to see. I can't give away any secrets from the camp, but it's something to keep your eye on.
Regal there in that number 9 position, covering for Matt Galaxy. It's been spoken about in the SRL chat constantly. Maliaki coming out with 1 try for the Firehawks, and then Connell for the Hamilton Swarm. My eyes giving up on me there. For the Hamilton Swarm, getting away with the 1 try. 18-6 there at FMG Stadium, Waikato. The Firehawks, just too much for them. And moving on here on the podcast, we're going to be talking about the team of the week. And it's going to be given to the Bathurst Blue Tongues. Honestly, they do deserve it. Into the Mines team of the week, Bathurst Blue Tongues. They deserve it. They put a scoring on the Bathurst Blue on the Gunslingers. And well, Lee, they did a job on you late in that second half, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought we were taking it. I was celebrating too early, and then they absolutely had us in the late second half. So, something to cry about.
I was a big fan of Lind as well. I think that he's been settling into that role, and I think that to start off the season in the first 2 rounds, he's been the best hooker by far. He's just been amazing, especially since this is his first season as well.
Yeah. Seeing Jack Jimmy, he was very dangerous against us. I mean, I don't think we had a chance against him. He, like you guys said, he had 2 against us. It was very hard to defend, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jack Jimmy. He's actually taking over captaincy in the Blue Tongues as well, with Mike Borson's getting out. It's another thing to look at in the Blue Tongues camp. A lot of things changing.
Absolutely, and with the Blue Tongues, along with the Ravens, they're sort of the 2 teams at the moment who are looking to be playing as a whole. Some teams are having individual efforts with, the likes of Sonny Sharp and Lee Simon for the Gunslingers. Just, it's not enough for the whole team itself to come away with the win. You need all 13 players, all 15 to be matter of fact, that are whenever they're on the field to be putting in not for the individual self, but for the team, sticking to the game plan and getting it done there. Again, congratulations to the Bathurst Blue Tongues for being awarded the Into the Mines Team of the Week. And now we're going to be moving on, talking about the rookies who had just played in the SRL Round 2 previously, the rookie class performances, and some players that stood out to my and Riley's eye. And do you want to get us started off by talking... Actually, I might as well get us started off here by talking about this man. Playing for him with the Parramatta Eels, Raika Manu. What a class performer he put on. What a class game, I should say, he put on against the Melbourne Storm, beating them 34 points to 14 it was there at ANZ Stadium. It was a clinic of a performance from the Eels late in the game, and Riker, he doesn't look out of place in that fullback jersey for the Eels, Riley.
Yeah, I'd say he was the difference that game. He got, oh man, I can't remember. Did he get 2 tries or 1?
I think 2. Yeah,
2, yeah, and he nearly got 3 as well. It was very close, but yeah, he definitely helped clinch that win, and I was really impressed. And hopefully, he next time we have to verse you guys, he won't be putting on such a clinic.
As always, before we continue with this segment, any questions you guys have for myself, Riley, or Lee, chuck them in the live chat. We're all paying attention. We've all got eyes on it. All is appreciated. Now, continuing on here, we're going to be having the rookie forward coming off the bench for the Brisbane Broncos, Ryan Wilmot, and he's been a class act in the Mines last season, Lee. And from what you've seen in him in the early stages of his SRL career, he's been holding that bench spot nicely for the Broncos.
Yeah, yeah, he's been good.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure how well Lee would actually know Ryan Wilmot with this being his bloody first season. Eddie, you're really being a bit of an arsehole to him right now. You fuckwit. But
Hey! And with Ryan
hold on,
Wilmot, I'll
I'll
take
have
the
a bit of a
reign.
chat about him. All right,
Go
I'll
on.
take it because he's
Go
a
on.
Blue Tongues faithful. All right, I'll take that. But Ryan Wilmot, he barely played 20 minutes maybe, and he grabbed himself a try, got a line break, and is just a madman, an absolute madman. So I was very impressed with that. I personally gave him 2 points
Yeah, no.
for the the Dally M, the Mines Dally M, the rookie Dally M. Sorry.
And moving on to the final player of the rookie class performers is going to be Miko Rashford there for the Knights, getting what most would say a flogging by the Broncos, sort of coming back late in the end. He just had a solid performance, he was having consistent touches, always performing, and just making sure that every opportunity that he was given, he was on top. And now we're going to be moving on to something a bit more familiar here for Lee. We're going to be talking about Lee Simon's up-and-coming SRL debut for the Manly Seagulls in the Battle of Brookvale against the Melbourne Storm. It'll be live on SRL TV. It'll be the second game on that Tuesday afternoon after the Auckland Warriors against the Rabbitohs. It will be, and well, what a game it's going to be. Lee, your thoughts on how you how are you feeling for the occasion?
I mean, very surprised. I mean, just hold on. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm very surprised. But I did not expect the call up and being instantly there. And I hope it'll be a good game, I reckon. Um we'll beat Storm easily. Um yeah. But I don't know what else to say except for hopefully I have a good game. I do some good defense. Everyone on the team has good defense and good offense and everything. And yeah, that's all I can think of.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Coming off the
Yeah,
bench has
speaking about the game, Eddie, first, we've also got Big Sunny Tyre here asking us who's gonna win the Battle of the Brookvale and why is it gonna be Melbourne? And it's obviously it's gonna be Sunny Tyre. He's gonna be the difference. And NBT, I'm sure he'll have no problem shutting down Lee Simon.
definitely,
Mate,
and you keep going, Lee.
no.
Oh, good man. Has Matty Harris spoken to you about what he wants you to bring to the field when you come on eventually?
Good defense. Just very good defense and tried to do offense, but to keep the Melbourne boys out of our try line, and like keep everyone out of the try line. I mean, yeah, just don't let out the wingers come past, and hopefully we do. I do great, and yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, and
Well,
keep going,
Eddie, are
Riley.
you excited for this upcoming rivalry round?
Oh, I'm keen. Rivalry round in the SRL is the round that I've been looking forward to, commentating wise and also as an audience member. It's something that everybody wants to be a part of, get around. It's a massive community round. Players going at each other in the chat. You got Will Kaye and Matty Harris, two ex-players together. We've won 2 premierships together, coming up against each other head-to-head of the captains. Battle of Brookie. What a game it's going to be. A bit of a mismatch with the captains, but I'm sure some big boys like yourself, Riley, will get around him, get in front to keep Matty Harris away from him.
Oh yeah, Matty Harris is small man. It's really it's nothing that I reckon Lee Simon could probably take him down if he wanted to. You know, NBT would
Just wait
probably
till
fold him if he
after
feels like it. Same thing with Sunny Tyre. You know, He talks a big game.
Just
Definitely
wait
there.
till I come to you, buddy. I'm gonna put big hit on you.
You
Oh,
couldn't
watch
put a
out.
big hit on a
Watch
fly, mate.
out. Shots fired here on the Into the Minds podcast. We're going to have to bring it down there and move on to the next segment. We're going to be talking about the best starting team of the week here. And credit to Riley. He's pretty much done all the work here due to just lack of time. We've done our best, but I'll start with the back five. Riley Flynn, Caleb J, Delaney, Seymour, and Jimmy, just all players producing class performances for their individual sides. Riley Flynn consistent with his carries out of his own end, getting those yardage runs. And then Caleb J, who can score from anywhere in the park off of a grubber kick. And then also a long field try. You'll see them very shortly for being on the try of the week. And then Delaney, just solid defense there in the centers. And that goes again for Seymour. He's always got that defensive aura about him, but also the raw instinct of wanting to be on the ball. Jack Jimmy, he's just a class winger. He scored 2 tries. Again, similar to Caleb J, takes advantage of his opportunities. And the halves, Callaghan, Joseph Jackson, both coming right off the tries and looking to be the sort of like running game for the competition, Riley.
Yeah, well, Eddie, we're not going to mention you just spoiling the try of the week, but Callaghan, or Callahan, I don't know, you messed me up with these names, Eddie. I'm pretty sure you always pronounce them wrong anyways. But he's on fire. He's been great for the Blue Tongues so far this season. He bagged a try, and Jackson also bagged a try. Both these halves scoring, which is pretty good to see. You don't see the halves get in there too often, and yeah, pretty impressed with both their performances this week.
Yeah, they did very well. They're the halves. And then moving on to the forwards, Bruce Buckley, Lind, and then also Billy King. The forwards and Buckley and King, they were just yardage killers, workhorses there in the middle over the week as it progressed. Especially Billy King there for the Pacifica Stingrays, just getting through the middle. And you would presume that Lockie Cashel would be there, giving him his good ball. But Lind, he's just done so well in that number 9 position, replacing, I believe it was
Felix
Wimmelskid.
No. Matt Galaxy, come on, mate.
Moving out of it, but Lind, he did
Come
well in there for his first time. He did a job for them. And Buckley, as always, he's been in the comp for a while. He's been in the Mines for a while. He knows how to play. He knows how to get the team on the front foot. He knows where to put the shoulder into defenders. And he did well there. Moving into the second rowers, Rusty Shackelford and Sonny Sharp. Well, Sonny Sharp, an individual performance from him, scoring the lonely try for the Pacifica Stingrays. And Shackelford, well, good old Rusty. I think he's back again here, Riley, and what a job he's done for his side.
I love Rusty Shackelford. Great
Just
bloke.
the name as well.
He was one of the top prospects to not be in the team last season, and he's taken over my position at the Blue Tongues, and he's been doing it better than me. He's been on fire. I love the guy, and I'm keen to see what he can do once he gets his stats up as well. He's going to be killing it in the SRL when he gets a call up inevitably. And then we've also got Sharp, who is pretty damn good in his own game, and who's also a very impressive player too.
And back again here this week, Christian Botcher Galippi in that number 13 position. He's starting there for the Gunslingers now, and he's holding his position here on the best starting team of the week on the Into the Minds podcast. And just his running game, the way that he can fend, he can find holes and accelerate through them, is out of this world. And as we move on to this midway point of the podcast, don't forget all of that stuff. Riley's going to say it. Leave a like.
Yeah, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn the bell on to get notifications every time that we do a stream.
Definitely. All that stuff there from Riley Murray. But until then, we'll be back with you shortly. Enjoy this little clip here.
From the opposition line, it'll go to Stramandinoli, puts it on the boot. It'll be cleaned up by Caleb J. He switched ends, but he's just as deadly, and the Firehawks get the first points on the board.
Holy guacamole. Well done there, mate. Well done. Came from a different position to switch sides, and oh my gosh, beautifully done.
Absolutely beautifully set up by Stramandinoli. And Tyler Doonan just looked at the ball. It hits him, he looks at the ball, he doesn't pick it up. And Caleb J, don't give him any options because he will make you pay. But yeah, it's only a matter of time before they get picked up as McGlucky with an early kick. It's not the greatest. It has the angle, but it doesn't have the distance. And Caleb J into space. Kentia will get him. He dives. No, he can't. Shut the gate. Caleb J's gone for his double. Great job from Caleb J.
Oh, that was amazing. Caleb J. Take a bow, mate. Take a bow.
And that has come from absolutely nowhere as well. Like I said before, the game was in just a holding pattern. And a little bit of a bad kick there from McGlucky. And I said it earlier in the match, but you give Caleb J any space, he will punish you for it. And that's what he did there.
And welcome back here. And what about those 2 tries there from Caleb J? The grubber kick, Duna not being able to pick up the ball, and then racing away to the left-hand side of the upright to score the first try for himself in that game. And then later on, the missed kick from the lock there for the Hamilton Swarm, picking up the ball and just off to the races. Jilly said it himself. What a dangerous player he is when he has the ball in hand, Riley.
Yeah, he's fucking. No, he's a very good player. I love him. And he just had a great week, a great game as well. It's great to see the winger just doing all that.
It definitely was. Lee, you wish you were as quick as that, weren't you, brother? But your thoughts on just the way that Caleb J is able to just find open space and just put a gap between the defenders?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, it was very, very. Yeah, I mean, the first clip, the guy just is blind. But he's very good with the ball and very quick, and he does everything very well. And I won't be surprised when if he makes it very high in the place.
Yeah, no, definitely there. And moving on here, there's been a sort of a debacle with play-made content. Players not really respecting the use of it. Lee Simon, the spark of this happening, the commissioner's come out about it, and Riley, he's popping a fuse here on Into the Mines.
Yeah, Lee, do you mind just telling us why you decided to promote crime energy drinks? And why have you decided to take play-made content away from the people?
I mean, I didn't expect it to happen. I mean, I just wanted to be a part of the WWE and the crime community, And then just everything just got too far, and too many people wanted memberships of it, and man, ended up to everyone getting it taken away. Who was a rookie. So
Would you like to go ahead and apologize to the SRL community right now?
yeah, I'm sorry to the rookies, not to the SRL Mines.
Oh, shots fired at the mines right now, on Into the Mines.
I mean, yeah, sorry to all the rookies. I'm very sorry. I took it a bit too far with my crime, and yeah, I'm sorry. I'll give you guys Happy Meals or something. Just be
Well, Lisa, that's very heartfelt apology. I forgive you.
Yeah, you better.
The fuck you say to me? Hey, anyways, let's get to the next subject
There it
of
is.
this.
Lee Simon apologizing here to the SRL community. That's another reason why I brought him on, to just for him to be able to just talk to everybody, give his words, give his apology for what he's done. I'm sure if everybody is able to behave and respect player-made content the ways that it was, I'm sure the rookies and Mines players will eventually be able to come back. But at the moment, everybody's got to calm down. They've got to find their place back in the SRL and what player-made content is truly for. And moving on to the second last segment of the week, it's going to be the GOAT of the week. And given to that man, Rusty Shackelford, what a performance he had. He's an absolute gun of a player. And the workload that he got through, Riley, again, just living up to your name in that Blue Tongues number 11 jersey.
Yeah, I'm not sure what more I could say about him. I think I've said everything. But he's just been on fire. This is his second week, just been amazing. Second week in a row, I should say. And just keen to see more from him, really.
Definitely. And before we finish here, we're moving on to the weekly tips of next week, who we've got and who we're looking forward to perform. The first game will be the Western Gunslingers against the Melbourne Ravens at NIB Stadium. The home of the Western Gunslingers looking to perform. The Ravens away from home, coming away with the win. The Gunslingers, they're going to be looking to perform here, Riley. What have they got to do, and who are you tipping to beat the Ravens?
Yeah, well, the Gunslingers they've lost Lee Simon, which isn't a very big loss for them. But
Yeah,
I
wait till
think that
Monday, buddy.
they might actually improve with the loss of Lee Simon. So it's possible they could actually get their first win without him. But Ravens have also lost TBK, Trayvon Sakahu. So that's a pretty big loss for them. I think that they're definitely going to suffer without him. It makes it difficult, doesn't it? And Gunslingers, have they lost Matt Galaxy as well?
Yes, they have lost Matt
They've
Galaxy
lost
as
Matt
well.
Galaxy in a little bit of controversy.
They
Controversy.
lost Aaron
Yeah,
Beckman.
controversy. But yeah, man, it's a hard one to call, isn't it? It's not easy.
It is.
I'm gonna back the Ravens, I reckon.
Yeah, I'll be going Ravens for that one. Lee, Gunslingers or Ravens?
Gunslingers. Gunslingers.
Gunslingers, definitely. All right, then
Yeah,
moving on to the second
well,
game. It'll be on the Thursday evening, again 5:30. The Pacifica Stingrays against the Cairns Firehawks. We're looking to come away with it at home there. I believe the Stingrays will be at PNG National Football Stadium. My apologies if I'm wrong with that. I haven't commentated these games yet, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Both sides. The Firehawks finding some form last week with Caleb Jay's individual brilliance, not really playing as a team. The Stingrays, they're still looking to find form, but their forward pack is just driving straight through the middle. I'm going to go Firehawks just because they've got class out wide and all over the park. Riley, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's another hard one. Oh man, it's actually hard to call. I think I might go the Stingrays. The Firehawks did have a little bit of a bounce back last week, but you love you've got Cox in there, and you love Cox, but I think that he could be the key to Stingrays winning this game, and they might just have a cheeky little bounce back, and Firehawks might just slip back into their old habits of losing that they know so well.
Definitely there. And Lee, again, your thoughts? Stingrays or Firehawks for this one?
Firehawks because I like the name.
There it is. Firehawks because we like the name here on the Into the Mines podcast. And the final game of the round will be that Friday evening again. The Bathurst Blue Tongues against the Hamilton Swarm. This could be a matchup for the century. I know Riley's going to be tipping, and I might be going that way, being able to see their performances. But if the Tiawa brothers can strike some form here, this could be the game of the round.
Yeah, they could. The Tiawa Bros they're so dangerous, and man, it's hard to call it. Like they could easily both be in the SRL right now, but they decided to both stay back and play another season in the mines. But the loss of Mike Borsons is also gonna sting a little bit. I'm gonna go with Blue Tongues. Back the boys. I reckon they can still get it done even without Borsons.
I know I said Blue Tongues before I pushed it over to Riley, but I'm going to bring it back to my home side. I'm going to back the boys, the Hamilton Swarm. They will be away from home, I believe, but I reckon they'll be able to take it to the Blue Tongues with the loss of some key players in key positions as Borsons. As Riley mentioned, Lee, your thoughts? Bathurst Blue Tongues or Hamilton Swarm away from home?
Swarms. I mean, I have been following these two teams like the most, but seeing how they were playing last weekend, I see the Swarms. Well, not last weekend, but I see the Swarms I reckon they'll take it. Just a very small margin by a very close game. These two teams are like the biggest two teams in the mines at the moment, so it'll be a great game to watch.
There it is. Lee Simon's a great game to watch, and that is going to be the game of the round. Bathurst Blue Tongues.
Hey, Lee, did you tip anyone? Was that a tip,
Yeah.
or was that just like like
Swarms.
yeah, someone will win. Someone will
Swarms.
definitely win this game. That's my tip.
Yeah, I'm putting bets on both of them. I'll get money.
Here we
either
go.
way.
Mines is gonna be the real winner.
There it is. The SRL Mines will be the true winner on that Friday evening. And that is going to be it here for the Interminds podcast, Season 6, Episode 2. What episode it was. I want to congratulate Lee Simon for becoming a guest speaker here on the podcast, the first of Season 6 this evening. Congratulations to your brother. We'll be hoping to have you back shortly, but welcome to the podcast and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you. I mean, it's great being here, and very fantastic audience by the one person.
Well, there's six
There's
people in here.
7.
7. Lee,
Oh,
trying to make our ratings look bad. Yeah. Hey
So-
guys, don't forget to leave a comment in the SRL chat if you liked it better without Willie K. We will be sacrificing him to the SRL gods.
Definitely will
and
be.
subscribe.
There it is. Lisa and subscribe. Once again, for everybody out there, I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by Lee Simon and Riley Murray. Keep an eye. It's rivalry round in the SRL. Get hyped for it. It's going to be amazing. And once again, we'll be back with you here on Sunday, hopefully for 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thank you very much for everybody joining me. Bit of a slow start to the podcast here this evening. It was an amazing time. Thank you again to these boys. Last shout.
Thank you, Eddie. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good one. Riley Murray said it himself. Nothing more to say. Have a good one, everybody, and enjoy your evening.
Good night.
Your eyes,